Hello there, what is going on, everyone? We are talking about some new pre-orders for Star Wars Legion. We've got the wheel bikes, we've got the battle deck card pack 2, new cards for your pre-game and influencing all of your games of Star Wars Legion. We knew that this was coming, but we have a little more information on it now, and we're going to talk about all the new stuff that was unveiled through the pre-order announcements that came out last night from Atomic Mass Games. These are both coming out March 20th. So let's talk about this. Also, we are doing a new round of the giveaway. If you haven't heard already, $25 Amazon gift card. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos to have a chance to win that. Is going to run through February. In February, we'll be announcing the winner, probably towards the end of February. So you have plenty of time. And also jump into our Discord. Check out BattleFoam. Use code Crabbok VIP over at BattleFoam. Save 15%. Links for social media. All that stuff is in the video description below. But let's get on with it. We knew that the battle deck basically they were doing another card pack for all the battle cards. Again, that was a big change to how Legion is now in this new edition. All of turn 1 is kind of combined with what turn 0 used to be. The battle cards have changed the way that things work. Instead of deploying your whole army, you take bring them onto the field one at a time. You start everybody off the board, and there's this whole new system of victory points and all of that. And it's been, I think the game has kind of gotten a little stale for some people because with the battle cards that we had, people kind of played those to exhaustion. I think competitive players especially are very much ready for Battle Card Pack 2. This is going to be a significant shakeup to the game. And we already knew it was coming. We've seen a little bit. We've seen, Outflank and Supply Run. We've seen a couple of cards they spoiled at Mini Stravaganza. We were also given some of the faction-specific cards that we're going to, there was a new advantage cards that were also going to come out. But we have learned from the page, the pre-order page for the Battle Card Pack 2, it says, the Galactic War evolves with this new card pack for Star Wars Legion. The pack expands upon the options first introduced in the original Battle Card Pack. This Battle Card Pack includes 4 primary objectives, 4 secondary objectives, and 8 new advantage cards. 2 per faction. Also says this right here on the back of the card, as you can see in the pre-order pack. The pack adds new missions to Star Wars Legion. So this is the interesting thing about this. For one, the images is it's a little funny to me. I mean, I like to tease and nitpick a little bit. Why does the French version have like 2 lines for Battle Deck Card Pack 2, whereas the English and German versions have only 1 line? Like, why did they hit carriage return on this particular one? It doesn't matter. It's a silly thing to notice. I'll also point out that the German and French and all of the other language versions are also written in English on the Asmodee page, which is just another little. Again, I nitpick about these things. They don't really matter, but it's funny to me. But yes, so the interesting thing about this is we're getting 16 cards in here. Yes, there will be more cards than 16 in the pack because you're also getting different language versions of those same 16 cards. But effectively, you're really just getting 16 cards. 4 primaries, 4 secondaries. And 8 new advantage cards. So that's interesting to me. What is also interesting to me is that this is a $30 pack for 16 cards. I think the price point is a little high. I understand prices need to go up and inflation and tariffs and all that stuff is what it is. But, geez, so, when you think about, like, you buy a Magic the Gathering booster, you're getting 15 or 16 cards in there. It's a lot less than $30. Unless, of course, these cards are all foil, and have chase cards in here and stuff like that. then maybe it's just... Anyway, I know it doesn't matter. It's a different situation. You're only going to buy one of these, and I think that's the reason for it. Nobody's going to go out and buy like, oh, I'm going to buy 7 copies of Battle Deck Card Pack 2. But they still have to produce it, right? So it is what it is. I don't know if everybody will buy these, or people will if they'll do the whole print and play thing or not. But either way, it's definitely something you're going to want to have for Star Wars Legion. Also, I want to point out Battle Deck Card Pack 2. I hate the name of it. I hate that they put Battle Deck Card Pack 2. I just feel like it should have just been Battle Deck Pack 2 or Battle Card Pack 2 or something like that. But Battle Deck Card Pack 2. It's hard for me to say. If you're watching at home, do me this favor. Pause the video and try to say Battle Deck Card Pack 2. Like in normal conversation, in your normal speaking voice. If you were talking like, put on your best like conversational voice and they're like, hey buddy, have you picked up the Battle Deck Card Pack 2? Like it doesn't roll off the tongue. It's hard to say. Pause now, try to say it like 3 times, and then unpause and let me know. And now resume. Okay. You couldn't have heard me say resume if you were paused though. Anyway, I just think it's funny to say that. But look at the box art. You've got an AAT shooting an ATTE. You've got an AAT shooting an ATTE. Right? Those aren't in Legion just yet. Not all art means everything. I'm going to just table that. I'm going to put a pin in that right now. Stay tuned for Friday. We're going to talk more about big things. Friday's video is going to be a cool one. If you like big things, tune in Friday. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. Just love those little art teasers, though. I think things are there for a reason. Look, Gungans are in the rule book, guys. Gungans are in the rule book. Reset the clock. Yes, I'm still talking about this stuff. So that all that being said, we do kind of get a look at contact here, and you can see they're changing things up a little bit more. With a very potentially aggressive, like fighting, like the game's gonna be over at the end of turn 1 when you play contact. Like I just feel like this is a 2-round game, maybe. Might not even go the full 2 rounds. Like I think this is just game over right away, unless you're just playing in opposite corners and playing very turtle with each other. Obviously, this one will have a lot to do with terrain, but. This is a very interesting one. We're gonna see. Obviously we're missing the other part of the card, right? Or actually, I guess it's more than 16 cards when I said that, because each primary has 2, right? The primary objectives have 2, so I guess that technically it's 20 cards. I know some of you probably already commented because I already said it's actually not 16 cards. It's actually 20 cards. That's fair. That's a fair point, right? So there we go. But point being, it's still an interesting price point for the cards. Not trying to knock it at all, because I do understand that people are only going to buy one, so you need to price it for something that people are going to buy a single one. I've heard people talk about this with miniatures. Like if you buy, like why a hero miniature is priced a little bit higher than what the a squad of miniatures that's a repeatable squad, why they charge so much more per miniature or per model for the hero miniature, because you're only going to buy one. Unless it's Darth Vader and they make 18 versions of him, you're going to probably have to get all of those. But in most cases, if something is unique, people are only going to buy one. It tends to cost a little bit more to justify the cost of making it in the first place. And I'm not trying to knock anybody. That's the reason. But I know some people are going to look at that and be like, geez, it's this cardboard. It's like $30 for a card pack, And that's why. It's the world we live in. It's the reality of the situation. Speaking of cool situations, let's talk about these guys. Changing topics. We also have the TSMEU-6 personal wheel bikes. These are cool. These are cool. We've already seen these guys spoiled a little bit. Some interesting information on the pre-order page. We're getting 3 cards with these guys. the 3 cards are almost certainly the unit card and then 2 pilot cards. It does say, to read a little bit from the pre-order page, it does say this expansion allows players to add a unit of 2 of these vehicle troopers to their separatist alliance armies. Additionally, this expansion offers players 2 ways to build their wheel bike units. With the standard BX Commando droid pilots, or the upgraded IG-100 MagnaGuard pilots. Brand new support choice for separatist armies can be built in 2 different configurations, either with the BX Commando droid pilots or the IG-100 MagnaGuard pilots, each with their own combat capabilities. Now, when it says build, I think there's multiple different ways to look at that, and I think they both apply. Obviously, they're talking about the physical build. As you can see on the box, you can physically build it 2 different ways. Build it with the commandos or with the MagnaGuards. But this is also probably going to have a pilot card. I don't think we're getting 2 different unit cards because we've already seen the unit card spoiled at Mini Stravaganza. It is a Special Forces. It has 2. It has AI Dodge, Armor 1, Climbing Vehicle, and Mobile, which is kind of like Speeder without flying. It has the Overrun weapon, and it has a double laser cannon. Now, those are both innate to the bike itself. Obviously, this will have some type of driver pilot upgrade, so you'll be able to do something like that. It does say pilots, right? I don't think this image here represents, oh, well, this is the MagnaGuard, and then the other card will be the BX or vice versa. I think this is the base wheel bike. So I actually would imagine that this, while it does say you can be built it in one of 2 configurations, I don't see anything that's saying you couldn't run this without a pilot. You could just run this, bare bones. Maybe you'll heavily want to run it with a pilot upgrade. So that's out of the 3 cards. My guess is you're getting the wheel bike unit card, and then you're getting a MagnaGuard pilot, and then a BX Commando droid pilot. That's my guess. It may be that the BX Commando droid pilot is free and doesn't really offer you very much. And maybe that the MagnaGuard pilot is more expensive, right? That's kind of how it seems. Obviously, the MagnaGuard is going to have some kind of strong melee attack option. Or maybe just a range 1 attack if he's got like reach with the staff. If they decide to do something like that with him. I'm not sure. Maybe he won't use the staff at all. I think he will. It might replace his overrun attack. It might add a different overrun attack that you can, or something like that. I don't know. We'll wait and see. These will obviously get a little bit more attention very soon, but it'll be before Adepticon because, again, these guys come out March 20th, which is before Adepticon, which looks pretty fun. So we got some cool new stuff that's coming out soon. These are up for pre-order now. The wheel bikes are $69.99. It's a little expensive. You're getting 2 models in there, and I think you're going to be heavily incentivized to get more than 1. They look really fun, right? They look really fun. They're Special Forces. You could run 3 of them. You can run 4 of them. Grievous. They're going to work really well with Grievous, who's on the wheel bike. He's already got that. But it's getting very expensive if you want to do it. I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be fun to at least get 2. At least get 2. This way you can physically build out one of each type, right? Maybe magnetize your pilots. Maybe you try to do something like that. If Grievous is any indication, it won't be that hard to magnetize your drivers, to magnetize your pilots. That'd be fun. Or if you don't want to magnetize your pilots, you can save the extra pilot bits and use those as like basing material for your clones and stuff like that. Have them kind of stepping on, running over these guys and all that stuff. They're sitting down, so you could easily just have them kind of laying down like destroyed carcasses on the ground. A lot of cool stuff that you can do with them. I think out of the 2, though, the Battle Deck Card Pack 2, hard to say. Again, very hard for me to say that. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Is it just my tongue? Is my tongue too big for my mouth? Battle Deck Card Pack 2. It sounds very, I don't know, does it sound very, 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 very Gungan? Battle Deck Card Pack 2. No, Neomoidian. It sounds more Neomoidian, right? No, there are 2 of them. This is getting out of hand, because there are 2 of them. I don't know. I'm getting silly. Let's go ahead and wrap up the video. That's going to do it. They're both available. I'll have links in the video description below. You can check them out if you want to pre-order them now or pick them up when they come out. You can do all of those things. Or if you don't play Separatists, or you don't play competitively, maybe you'll wait. I don't know. It's up to you. Let me know some of your thoughts. I think this one, the card pack, is going to definitely change the game most significantly. And I'm interested to see what else is going to be in there. I will talk to you guys later. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely out of this world. And I will talk to you guys later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. And always wash your socks.